Morning, Stephanie. Good morning, everybody. Another vantage point for you from our Sutro Cam. There's the Golden Gate off to the distance. You see the shadows at work as well. Now, you saw in that other picture there's some of the high cloudiness, and sometimes if that happens at night, you get a ring around the moon, and uh-oh, that means rain. Well, there is some truth to that. Sometimes that happens. That just means a layer of moisture is building up, starting up at the high level, which you have ice crystals, and then it starts to thicken up as you get later on. Well, we're not really going to see much from this system, but it is a system coming in to bring us some cloud cover. Make note of that. Sure, variable clouds expected today. Temperatures for you, we've got 50s and 40s mixture for the most part. Up north here, still working on a couple 30s though. Fairfax, a chilly spot, 39, but we've graduated at least up to the 40s in most locations. Now, what's going on far? Checking things out on the tropics real quick. This is a tropical storm, Rafael. I was talking about this earlier. Hurricane Center calls it Rafael. And as we go forward, it doesn't know exactly what it wants to do, and boom, goes south through the Bay of Campeche. Now, it is a tropical depression at this point, or even almost a tropical wave. Now, look what happens when it strikes land, whatever it is, and what you get a lot of times is just some heavy rain throughout all this topography, which is heavy mountainous terrain, and that can cause a lot of flash flooding, even though it's long since exited the news. So that typically happens with tropical systems like that when they're landfalling. Meanwhile, what's going on in the Sierra? Turning to snow by Monday, and this is just the start. We have a whole series of these as we get into next week. Not a lot of moisture quantitatively, and the first thing we have to get through is today. Fairly dry air, working on that for Sunday. This is now Sunday morning, and at this point, the skies actually open up into the afternoon, but we moisten things up and prep by Monday morning for some earnest rain showers. So you might even have this in your morning commute on Monday with dew points in the 50s. That's more typical. We don't want to say normal, but more typical we would get with a rain event that doesn't provide much resistance. Longer range out, again, we're fiddling around with what we're getting this weekend, which is kind of a nothing burger as far as that's concerned. Let's get into Monday. There we have it. Some mountain snows working in there too. Take a breather midweek. A little chance of maybe picking up some showers, maybe, but the end of the week is kind of wishy-washy here with a couple of hits, and that looks pretty potent as we get into Friday morning with mountain snows, and we're still not done as more is upstream. So this is a nice little pattern getting into next week, a little different than we've experienced, and you're going to have some cooler temperatures with that too. 66 San Francisco, and obviously along the coast with the clouds building too. It's a little chilly day for the coast today. 65 Burlingame, Foster City 66, 70 for Mountain View in the South Bay. Only lower 70s, a little cooler than yesterday. East Bay shoreline lower 70s, matched with Tri-Valley as well. 71 Walnut Creek, Berkeley at 67. Let's do about a 67 for Vallejo and Pittsburgh, 70. 69 Fairfield, 69 also for Napa and Santa Rosa at 68. And you want more 60s? We got them all next week, as you will notice. Again, watching Monday, Wednesday, that'll be kind of a drizzle thing, and then some showers for your Friday. Stephanie.